Hey there, welcome to Territory Tea. Whoa. I'm going to put that back in because I wasn't finished speaking. We're going to do an October 2022 reading for the sign of Sagittarius. And if you are brand new, welcome to my channel. Hope you stick around, and if you're coming back, thank you very much for coming back. And I apologize for being a couple days late for October. I've been out of town. I got some readings done before I left Sagittarius, but unfortunately yours and a couple more I was not able to get to. So I am doing them now for you. And there is something coming out here. Not too much effort going into this, boy. So we're going to see what you need to hear. That's too many cards. Got to see what you need to hear. The month of October. Okay, we're almost there. One more card for advice for Sagittarius. Oh my god, not half the deck. I hope that's not a bad sign. Okay. Let's get down to it. 9 of Diamonds. Some kind of completion here in the realm of finances, in the sense that you got some money that you're able to play with a little bit. Take some financial I almost said financial security. Why would I say that? This is about paying off debt. This is about paying off debt. This is about making repairs, taking care of business that's been needing to get taken care of. Now, it could be leading you to some kind of security. That's when my mouth kind of went on auto mode there. We shall see. 10 of Clubs, something majorly completed, as in a life cycle kind of completed here. This is actually under good pretensions, and it's generally about some kind of travel. If you are not able to travel, you will be. This can be unexpected travel, always for good reasons though. With this 10 of Clubs, I always look at it also as a dual message. Could also mean you traveling from one mindset to another, or some emotion. Say you were stuck in some pretty gnarly kind of downer energy. Maybe perhaps that is changing for you, especially with this, eh? Yeah. Jack of Spades. It could be somebody in your midst that you don't particularly trust, or you feel like they are way below your level. I even dare say maybe even a little immature. This can represent that kind of person, unfortunately. It could also be a air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I tend to think this is you kind of embodying this distrustful energy. Because generally if this is a person, if one of those signs kind of rang true for you, it's somebody that has ulterior motives, but I kind of leaning towards you're not trusting someone or a situation. And here we have a King of Spades as well. It could be this person who's actually the king. They have some kind of authority and power. Again, air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Doesn't have to be male. These kings aren't necessarily male. It's somebody who's dominating. They generally have very good sense around business, though. I'm picking up Sagittarius. There's some kind of business dealings that maybe have led to this 9 of Diamonds, and that would certainly kind of make sense with this. It's just like there's some distrust here, though. But I was gonna say, I didn't quite finish. The King of Spades. This person usually causes some kind of problem in some kind of dealing or relationship. Doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means that they're not agreeing with you on something, and perhaps that's where this distrust is coming in. That would make sense, right? I'm kind of getting the sense that this is a Sagittarius who's completed some kind of cycle, in that financially they're in a good, I was going to say well off, but in a good position. especially with this card and about travel. It's like you're going to be able to travel. Just don't know what this King of Spades is up to here. Let's see if we can get more information, please, for Sagittarius, October 2022. Seven of Spades. You got another spade. Yes, we do. This is about some kind of truth being revealed. Something was hidden from you, or you just weren't aware. It's coming to light, though. It's coming to light. It's usually, I'll be honest, it's usually deception between people. Hello. Yeah, I think you have a sense that you couldn't trust this person. At least you do now. Maybe you didn't in the beginning. I think it's this person. You know any Geminis, Libras, or Aquarius? Something came to light. I'm not sure quite what's going on here, but it's not feeling good. Eight of Clubs. So you're at some kind of point of having to make a decision. You got some pretty set ideas, though. This Eight of Clubs is about being fixed and stubborn on some kind of idea. I think it could be this distrust. Maybe this King of Spades person has proposed some kind of business dealing, or selling a property, or investing in a property. You know, something along those lines, and you don't quite trust them. And you have this decision to make. Do you go along with it? Or you shut this person out? Maybe you've already got a foot in and you feel kind of like you have to go along with it, but you're not feeling real comfortable. I can tell you that with all this. Maybe you found out something about them or the situation after the fact, and now you're just not comfortable with it. But they're hell-bent. I think they're hell-bent on something. They're the ones kind of stuck on doing something involving you. Four of Spades. Interesting. This is a quite not related to this theme here. This is about being secure at home and feeling connected to family. It's emotional satisfaction. It's stability. It's security. Maybe you're afraid of going along with this decision. It's going to disrupt that. You're thinking about your family. You're thinking about someone you're close to. Nine of Hearts. Completion again. This is actually wish fulfillment. On a deep level. If you're not hooked up with somebody, this is desire for some kind of close companionship. But it's also a completion card. It's like, ooh, I think I just got it. Yeah. The person in these dealings that you're not quite trusting is someone that you're now connected to in some kind of partnership, romantic. I think it's some kind of partnership. So you're involved with somebody that you didn't quite realize from the get-go. There's something about them you didn't quite know that's been revealed to you, and now you're feeling a bit of distrust. It's, I'm hearing too good to be true energy. Oh, yeah. Is that card going to come out? I wonder. But it's this person. It's this person. You feel like they kind of control the situation, which they do. They could be male, but if they're not, you feel like they kind of have the reins over you. But things are kind of nice on the other side of it. Like you have this money abundance, resources available. And you have these opportunities for travel, because I actually think this is about traveling for real. Like maybe you've traveled with this person. They brought you on some pretty fancy, swanky trips. You've gone to some pretty exotic destinations. I'm hearing that kind of thing. You've got all this freedom. And it was a wish fulfillment for you to be involved on this level with somebody. Made you feel very secure and safe. Yep. Yep. Okay, got it. 6 of Diamonds. This is about financial opportunities and options coming down the pipe for you if they aren't already there. It is another card about becoming financially responsible. So again, with the 9 of Diamonds, we have that. I don't see cards of like going out and spending wantonly and being over the top excessive and ridiculous. I'm seeing cards about financial responsibility. I think this freedom that this person has provided you through a certain lifestyle has allowed you to have different opportunities and roads you could follow that have enabled you to become more financially sound in your life. You're on this foundation that you've never been on before, and so yeah, you'd be like totally wrapped up in them and digging it, but things turned a little weird. Again, this 4 of Spades is about being comfortable and secure at home, but this is about being in a state of stress relief. Interestingly, this is one of the few Spades cards. I was just talking in another reading about how Spades can kind of have this darker, downer energy around them, and most of the cards in Cartomancy do, but this one's actually about coming out of a period of being stressed. I do think it was financial. So you were under a lot of financial stress, maybe for most of your life, and this person's provided some security and some stress relief. Duh. Okay. One more card. Tell me something about this. This is kind of a intense situation. Yes, you desired closeness and partnership here. Again, this ties in with our 9 of Hearts. Wish fulfillment. This is the desire for connection. This is a close partnership. This is romance. This is harmony. This is all of that. But you found out something. You found out something, Saggy, that's not so savory. Doesn't mean you need to bail. Doesn't mean I'm not going down that road unless this reading turns that way. It's just that I'm going to tell you, I've had the same situation. Don't tell anybody. but I've fallen in the same situation where you thought somebody was, I don't know, something other than what they turned out to be, and you kind of figured it out after a while, but you didn't walk away. I didn't walk away right away. I probably should have, in retrospect. It's been a long time, though. A lot of time has gone by. I won't explain any more about that, but I've kind of, I know how that can be. It's like, oh no, I've invested all of this energy into this person, and I thought it was this way, and I've given them some, you know what I'm saying. I've given them so much, it's like, I can't turn back now. It's one of those situations for you. You don't feel like you can turn back. You can't just throw it all away, right? Cards of advice, Queen of Hearts. She's the mother figure. She's kind, she's loving. She's going to take care of you. Now, if this isn't a person around you, this is Heart's energy. So, it could be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. You know what I'm thinking? My intuition is on fire at the second about this reading here, and I'm hearing this is about you needing to take care of yourself. You need to be your own nurturer here. She's very nurturing. She's going to look out for you. She's going to give you the right advice. She's going to tell you exactly how it is and what needs to happen. There could be somebody like that you could turn to if there is. You know what to do. 9 of Clubs. Something, again, about achieving some kind of completion here with this. And feeling very content. Interesting. In the line of advice, there's some kind of achievement you need to recognize, perhaps. Something you've achieved in this situation. or the fact that you're even in this situation. 10 of Hearts. Woo! Nice. Very happy. Very, very wonderful energy with this 10 of Hearts. This is about some kind of major cycle completing and being at the end of the rainbow, and you're all celebrating and you're having a grand old time. You're feeling loved. You're feeling connected and exuberant with life, in life. It could be here. We're going to ask for some more cards, and I have one more to pull up here, that this isn't as bad as you think it is. Because those two cards there are pretty damn positive. Seven of Hearts. Ouch. So this is actually, this is people letting you down. This is kind of getting your heart broken because somebody let you down. Doesn't mean like literally a heartbreak, but just like you didn't know what you were getting into with this person. There's a lot you've achieved here for sure. I guess, you know, how you could look at this is you take the good with the bad, because this is all very good. There's achievement, there's happiness, there's a lot of happiness, not just a little. This is like on a grand scale. Like you found the person, you know, you found the one, and this is just kind of dealing with the disappointment of it. Perhaps you had invested, no, not invested, that's the wrong word. You had built this up bigger in your mind than it was, and it just kind of brought you down to earth. The people are people, and humans are humans, and not everybody's not anybody is perfect. Not anybody. You will not ever find a person walking on this planet. You know, because if you want to argue about Jesus, Jesus isn't on this planet anymore. There's nobody perfect on this planet. No, there isn't. There's people that have very, very, very admirable, qualities about them and energies, and they can be very inspiring. There's people that come damn close to perfection, but you know, everybody has a weak spot, and everybody has something that's not going to make somebody happy about them. I don't know if that's the best way to say that, but to be human, it's implied that we have imperfection. So I think it could be that kind of situation. That's what I'm getting. I don't think there's some kind of... I'm going to go back to the beginning when I was thinking there's something that this person wants you to invest in. I just think that you're having a disagreement with somebody in some area of your relationship or life, and it's just dawning on you. This is the revealed truth, remember? That this person isn't... It's like you put them on a pedestal, and you're just coming to grips with that they kind of broke your heart here, but you kind of set yourself up for that, because when you put somebody on a pedestal, that's what happens. I've done that before. Oh yeah, we've all done it. You have a lot to be grateful for and to feel good about, this achievement and this ultimate happiness. Okay, more cards of advice for Sagittarius, please. Please help Sagittarius out of this situation, can you? Whoa, new start. New start. It is asking you to, or prompting you to start over here. This card is actually seeking new knowledge or skills. Perhaps there's just a new way to operate within this relationship. You know, not putting all this pressure on one person to be your ideal, for example. That could be a lesson upon itself, and learning skills so that you don't fall into that trap again. It's not about leaving the person and starting over. It's just about going forward in a new way. having more realistic expectations, for example. Yes, and expect things to be a little up in the air for you for a while. This is the colorized Joker. But there's also the Magician wrapped up in this card. The Magician is that universal energy that can literally change things overnight, change things for the better. It could also be you working your own magic, especially with this new start. If you learn these new skills, you seek counseling, or you meditate and you do some inner work on yourself. It can work magic on the situation. But this energy is very much about this is about things being unsettled, but actually I'm seeing in the context of this is about things needing to shift and change a little bit for the better. So some changes need to be made. I think internally, for sure, for you on your this is your part of it. This is your responsibility. Nobody's going to do that for you, right? Any more cards of advice? Yes. Ooh. And in the process, expect some disruption. I will tell you, this Five of Spades. This is the card about disruption in routine or lifestyle. This can mean breakup. This can mean breakup, but usually it has to do with outside influences. It's always about things being unexpected, though. This could also mean unexpected travel, but I wouldn't necessarily say this is about, oh, you need to break up with this person or it's going to go there. Perhaps the potential is there. I won't lie to you. I think it's just expect some changes to happen because you're going to be changing your mental framework around this. I was hearing atmosphere, like your mental atmosphere, especially if you do this work on yourself. Work this magic. Oh, it's actually, I see this is doing work on yourself. The new start, acquiring new knowledge, new skills, seeking it out. Not just ordinary knowledge. Inner work is hard work, right? Perhaps you need to pull from different sources, like psychology. You could go into spirituality. You could go into Buddhism, or just counsel with a wise friend. It could be this motherly figure here. But this is definitely, if this is not a person, I see this as self-nurturing, and that's all about taking care of the inner environment of yourself. There's such an emphasis on that in certain spiritual circles, for sure. People that I listen to talk about the inner work. That's what this reading is screaming at me about. You have this distrust and letdown of this person that's seemingly causing the problem. I got news for you. It's not their fault. Necessarily. Now, if in your situation there's some particulars that you could argue about, okay, but ultimately I listen to gurus or whatnot. Actually, a couple of them are, I guess you would say, bona fide gurus that say ultimately everything is your fault. And we're not talking about actions, and we're not talking about physical things necessarily. It's just that nobody can really mess with you or turn your world upside down except you. I know you've heard this before, if you allow them to do it, it will happen. It's not that simple, I know. But there is a certain wisdom and truth in that when you really sit down and think about it and meditate on it. And as they say, do the inner work. You can allow things to get to you and to ruin your outlook on life. And I think that also applies in terms of your outlook on a person and who they are and what they've actually done? How much of it is their responsibility and how much of it is yours? I'm not feeling a need to pull any more cards with that. I just kind of see this as Sagittarius. You might be embarking on a journey here of inner self-discovery. It's gonna turn things around for a while. Not necessarily divorce. It's going to turn things, it's just going to change things around for you, and there's going to be a certain amount of disruption as you go through that journey. But I wish you all the best, and we will look at this again. Perhaps this theme will come up again mid-October. So I want to encourage you, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and do that and hit notification, and you'll see when the next video comes out, okay? Okay. Hang in there. You got a lot to be grateful for. Don't forget that. Very important. Okay? Thank you for joining me, and take care until I see you again.